Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to today's video. So we are working on the 2007 Shelby GT500 today, and what we're going to be doing is installing a rear seat delete kit. So let me turn you guys around and show you what's going on. So this right here is the SpeedFrom rear seat delete kit from American Muscle. I went with them because they had great shipping, and it was honestly the least expensive there. It was about 150 bucks. It's pretty cheap in all honesty. It's just a piece of wood with some factory looking carpet around it, but in all honesty, that's good enough for me. And let's show you what's going on inside. So my reason for doing this, as you see, I have the Corbo racing seats. I went ahead and got rid of the back seats when I got rid of the stock front ones, and I never used the backs anyway, so that's fine. However, back here, because it's basically just straight sheet metal, it resonates a lot of sound through this area, and the whole trunk all comes right into the cabin, and it's extremely loud. I have a before shot that we'll go ahead and roll when we do a comparison. And then other than that, I mean, it's loud. I don't like, you know, droning my head off and listening to the rear axle and all the other fun noise while I'm trying to enjoy the car and cruise around. And also my wife doesn't like it either, and I don't blame her. It's a really nice car, but if it's not enjoyable, I drive it less because of that. So what we're gonna do today is basically throw it in here. So this is some of this. I bought sound deadening material. I ran out because I used a bunch of it on this actual bottom panel of this kit right there. So I went ahead and threw it on there, and the idea is all it does is it adds some rigidity, and basically sound waves aren't going to be able to make it through because it's very dense material. It's basically like a rubber gum material almost. And so we're going to go ahead and throw that kit down here, and then I have my carpet peeled up in the back, so I was patching up some areas. It looks like that black area is is where somebody else did a sound deadening material, and it's all throughout the back of the car, which is awesome. This car does actually have pretty decent resonance for what it is. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is pop this seat delete kit in, and we'll do a comparison to see if it's any better quiet wise. When I get more of this stuff, I'll go ahead and do the rest of the back seat. So I realize this is kind of anti-race car. I'm adding some weight to the car. Honestly, it might, by the end of this, is probably gonna be about the same weight as the stock seats. It might honestly be a pound or two heavier depending how this goes. And my reasoning for that, honestly guys, this is more than just a race car to me. I enjoy cruising with this car. I enjoy taking it on the highway. Like, I want to be able to get back to kind of cruising around with this thing and enjoying it on trips, you know, just like enjoying the car in general. And it's very expensive to just have, you know, a GT500, just a race car. Like, that's not what I want. I want it to be a good street car. So that's kind of why we're doing this, and kind of bring some of that street ability back. The other reason that it's very loud is I have bushingless lower control arms. I thought I was going to be cool with that. I'm less cool with it than I thought I was when I first put them in, so I'm probably going to switch to a bushing design that's adjustable. I went ahead and got the this is one of those instances of you get what you pay for. So I went ahead and bought the bought a cheaper set because they didn't have bushings in them. They're like 80 bucks for the adjustable lower control arm ones. Threw them in there a couple videos ago, as you saw. It did fix the issue, so I know that was the problem. However, I probably should have bought the bushing one, so that's going to happen in the future as well. And all in all, I just really want this car to be like a nice cruiser that can go to the drag strip for testing team, and that's kind of the goal with this. So for right now, that's what we're going to go ahead and do and get this thing installed, and it should be good. Guys, so there you have it. It is in, and it took a lot more trial and error, as you probably saw in the time lapse, than it really should have. If I read the directions, it probably would help things out, but I left them down at the house, so I was trying to figure it out, and I got it. The first issue I ran into, didn't realize that that backboard needs to go down first and the top one goes on top of it. So once that got sorted out, it fit a lot better, and then I needed to get the seat belts tucked. And honestly guys, this thing looks like, even if it doesn't make it that much quieter, which I'm hoping it does still, this just cleans the hell out of the interior. It looks so much nicer back there. Let's put this. So I mean, sun, it's killing me on the other side right now, but this is pretty much it. Like, I mean, that looks a million times better in my opinion. It's now nice and cleaned up back there. Everything matches carpet wise. There's no gaping hole. Can't see into the trunk. And I mean, that just looks a lot better. So let's go ahead and go for a test drive. I don't know if I'm gonna do any rips today, but let's just cruise around a little bit and see how it sounds. And then that'll pretty much do it for today's video. So let's go ahead and do that comparison. Update, my tire pressure monitor sensors, not having them in the drag tires, finally caught up with me. Reset that bad boy. Doesn't leave a light on, but it does every time I start it up now say there's a pressure monitor sensor fault until I put on the normal tires again. So just something kind of weird. All right guys, she's on. Let's go ahead and go for a quick little test drive and see how it sounds. I'll run to the camera, pretty quiet, a little bit from now. All right, so we're cruising at 45 right now. And let me just shut up for a second so you can hear. Here's the before. So I don't know about you guys, but I think once we get the last of the sound deadening on the metal panels, it is worlds quieter. Like, holy cow. It actually is nice to like be riding in this thing right now, which is awesome. That's what I was going for. It looks great. I can now do videos and show the car off without, you know, looking like straight ghetto shitbox status in the back, and it's nice and quiet. So I freaking huge win, guys. I think the sound is way better. I'm gonna do a little pull for you. Yeah, we'll do a little pull in a minute, see if it sounds real quick. Due to my location, I cannot do an all-out rip right now just because of where I'm at. However, doing that little tiny itty-bitty pull, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've heard that this thing sounds like on the outside it's loud as crap, and on the inside that was actually pretty damn quiet. So all in all, dudes, I think this is a huge win. Definitely made the car a lot more enjoyable to drive. It is a lot quieter. It looks great, like I've been saying. So this is pretty much exactly what I've been wanting. In all honesty, I think I can do without the changing out the lower control arms, because this is so much more manageable. So all in all, guys, I mean, huge thumbs up for me. The SpeedFrom kit by itself is probably pretty good, but throwing the sound deadening on it, oh my gosh, that's the way to go. So it sounds great. I love it. So I know I didn't get into any supercharger whine or anything. I could honestly, I need to know, and I'll find out soon enough. I can probably hear the supercharger whine again under full open throttle. That's how much quieter it is in here. So, like I was saying, absolute huge win. I do want to test it out on the highway at some point. Just can't really do that right now at the moment just because I have the drag pack on, and the closest highway is like way too far away to be rolling around with the drag pack. So I need to get these things swapped out so I don't eat through them. I am trying to get to the track pretty soon here, so that hopefully will be next video with the GT500. And in all honesty, guys, I absolutely love this thing. So the main reason that little hit, it's not so much the supercharger or anything like that that's noisy. The car gets loud pretty much once it hits, well, let me show you the boost gauge. So looking at the boost gauge, this side is vacuum, this side's boost. The car gets it at its loudest. Like, it doesn't get any louder at wide open than it does at like maybe, you know, 0 to 5 pounds. It's within that range, is still loud, and that's about what we hit. So again, nothing crazy, but the big thing is the exhaust would just like resonate through this whole car, and it was pretty bad. Now, the last, I think, piece of the puzzle, maybe 2 pieces of the puzzle, if I went ahead and did the lower control arms that had the bushings, that would quiet up the last, that little hissing noise, which, in all honesty, like I said, it's so much more manageable now. I really don't mind it. It's whatever. And then probably getting a Corsa exhaust at some point in the future, be it a Sport or Extreme. Probably Extreme because I do like my loud, but that would kind of get rid of the last of the drone in this car. And honestly, it's going to be a really awesome street car. I don't know when I'm going to do that. For right now, like, I don't mind the MagnaFlows, or I keep saying MagnaFlows. I don't mind the Flowmasters. So, like I was saying, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'm going to knock out the rest of the the rest of the sound deadening material when it comes in, probably on Thursday. I'm not making a video about it. It's just going to help quiet it up just a little bit more. And other than that, guys, I mean, let me know what you guys think. For 150 bucks, it's kind of pricey for what it is, a piece of wood and carpet. If I wasn't lazy, I probably would have just built it, but in all honesty, I just didn't feel like it, and I didn't have the dimensions right. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy one, so that's what I did. Anyway, guys, like I was saying, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.